And it's a goal! Netherlands have scored. It is 1-0. Brian Brobby has put the ball in the back of the net after 5 minutes of this game. Fast start for the Netherlands, and Sunderland Brian Brobby has put them ahead. Nice cross from the left-hand side.
Bit of a shock inclusion in the lineup today.
And Brobby was there. Here's Gyökeres.
Gyökeres! Oh, my word. Save. Bart Verbruggen. Good save with his feet. Yeah, but the Netherlands have made a fast start to this game. You know, Sweden have been a bit under pressure, and they've made it tell. Good play from Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side, puts it across the face of goal, takes on his fullback, and Brobby beating the centre-backs to the ball with an easy tap inside the 6-yard box. And the Netherlands, look, they need the win today, and they got off to the perfect start.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Sweden smashed it in the first game, so if Netherlands can win this game, it all of a sudden makes this group so tight, doesn't it?
It does. It does. But Jan Paul van Hecke's first official game as a Tottenham player today. So let's see how he performs, if he can keep up what was a solid performance against Japan. But it's been a good start for the Netherlands. Big up to everyone in the chat. There will be an update out in very soon, in due course.
Yeah, so let's just run through the teams quickly, as you probably all know them anyway. But Verbruggen in goal, Dumfries, Van Hecke, Van Dijk, Van de Ven in the back. Got Gravenberch, De Jong, Reinders in midfield. Marlon, Brobby, and Cody Gakpo. I'm really surprised they've dropped Somerville for this game.
Scored a goal.
Somerville looked really good.
He was probably their best attacker last game.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not really a right winger, is he? I know he scored and did great, but maybe they felt a bit of natural width with Marlon and on the right-hand side. Well, he's more of a striker as well, though, so maybe they're just struggling with the right wing. Maybe they think he could supply Brobby better, but I don't know if I agree with that.
And for Sweden, I don't even know I can't pronounce that goalkeeper's name. We got Lagerbeck, Hein, Lindelof, Kallström. I don't even have the full names here because they're so long. So
Nordveit, Lagerbeck, Hein, Lindelof, Kallström, Bernardsen, Nygren, Ayari, Gudmundsson, Isaac, and Gyökeres. Oh, it's brought into the box by Brobby, that was.
Can you just refresh the overlay, Sammy? What do you reckon about these reports? These reports don't go away about PSG wanting Somerville.
PSG?
Yeah. I've seen so many reports about PSG.
Who's saying it? Anyone reliable?
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Hello, nothing here. No way, surely. Is Somerville going to PSG? Brobby, he turns his man.
It's a foul.
Oh, not a foul. Marlon pressing. Sweden under a bit of pressure here. And it's going to be a throw-in to Sweden. He's a strong guy, Brobby, isn't he? He's so good on the turn. He's very, very hard to, when he's got his backing into you, to outmuscle him.
Absolute tank, mate.
Here's Gakpo. Let's fall into Frankie de Jong. Van de Ven back in at left back today. Let's hope he has a better game. I think he's going to be a bit less tested because they don't really play with wingers, Sweden. They play more like a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2. So it's going to be more pressure on Van Hecke and Van Dijk, I think.
For sure, because they can match them up. 2 strikers to 2 centre-backs.
I think Marlon goes for the 1-2, crossing the box. Gakpo's out the back post, headed in and into the arms of the keeper.
Oh, see Bergvall today, hopefully at some point as well.
I think it's going to be a big test of Van Hecke's pace or lack of pace today.
Yeah, but also you've got to look at it as well that Van Hecke, he's got a reputation for not being that good in the air, and Gyökeres is obviously very good in the air. So let's see how that kind of plays out too.
Yeah, I think they're going to be looking, aren't they? Oh, brilliant ball from Dumfries. Gakpo running at the back post. They're going to be looking to counter, aren't they, Sweden? Quickly get it into Gyökeres and Isaac and try and exploit the space. That's going to be the game plan today. And I think that's going to... And that, in theory, is Van Hecke's potentially Achilles' heel. So we'll see how he copes with it. Or maybe he'll be all right. Apparently, Brighton have just signed a centre-back. Michael
5 million.
Svoboda.
How many centre-backs do they want?
Maybe they pull out Vuskovic now. Corner in. Van Dijk doesn't get there. Gyökeres with the head up. Apparently, United ITK says United still ongoing talks with West Ham for Fernandes. They are aware of Spurs' interest, but believe they're more advanced and confident and they have confidence internally. His preferred club is United, and they still believe that's the case.
Let's see how it plays out. It would be beautiful after Mbeumo last year. If we can get ahead of United to get Fernandes, that would be incredible. See a lot of the Man United fan base having a bit of a meltdown about this.
Yeah, I've seen Alice. She is. She's not one for a big rant, but
oh, what a turn! Oh. There was decent games last night. I thought Scotland could have got that draw yesterday, man. They looked really good in the second half.
yeah, I think Morocco, by the way, a couple games now, great first halves, and kind of petered out the game a bit, lost a bit of energy, and couldn't keep up in the second half.
Yeah. Brazil swatted Haiti aside. And who was the other game?
And
USA. Yeah,
USA.
they're looking good, man.
Yeah, you know what? They weren't even that great, but the fact that they won so comfortably without even playing so well was great. And they, you know, Australia obviously caused Turkey a lot of problems, who are, by the way, out of the competition now.
Turkey, man.
Yeah, flopped hard this tournament. If they're, USA are just looking strong. They're looking strong. They're one thing I noticed about them is even if their football wasn't, you know, at the most free flowing, they're still so aggressive, just making it hard for the opposition to retain the ball. And you're always likely to get something out of games if you keep doing that. And even without Pulisic.
Yeah. Captain America. Hope to see Bergvall at some point today. Let's see him on the big stage. I didn't watch Sweden's first game. Oh, here we go.
Or Gakpo.
Quick turnover from the
Nice Reinders. Oh, he
Netherlands.
dawdled a bit, didn't he?
Who got that assist? Was it Gakpo?
It was, yeah.
Can't believe Turkey lost to 10 men yesterday. There was quite an early
know.
sending off as well.
Almiron. You know what he got sent off for?
No.
Covering his mouth when he was talking.
Really?
Yeah.
What, straight red or double yellow?
Straight red.
What?
Yeah. The VAR. VAR went and saw he covered his mouth and they sent him to the screen.
What? I never knew that's even a straight red.
Yeah. If you talk to an opponent and you got your hand covering your mouth, it's a straight red.
It's ridiculous.
Mad, isn't it? What's your source, Ben, about the deal? What deal? Which one?
What source about what deal?
Maybe Somerville, is he talking about?
Somerville? See if I can find it.
I guess so. I don't know if he says that's what he's talking about. Here's Van der Ven coming forward. De Jong to Gravenberg. Marlon. Out to Dumfries. Across the face. Brobby's in there
Oh,
again!
it's another one!
Is he offside? No, he's not. It's onside. It's 2-0.
Brian Brobby.
What a start and vindication by the manager to bring him in, because it's 2-0 already inside 17 minutes.
It's a revelation from this manager. Brian Brobby, 2 goals in his opening 16 minutes.
Is Brian Brobby, is it going to be his World Cup? What a start to this game for him.
He's the new Weghorst.
Brilliant finish. Just a little toe on it, and it just squeaks into the corner. Is he onside? He's on. Is Brobby onside here? Yes, I think he is.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
I think he's on.
Dumfries assist.
Oh.
Someone's
Lost.
covering the camera. Come on, guys. What are you doing?
Let's see here.
Fantastic BBC.
Goal. What a finish. And the Netherlands are 2-0 up and impressing so far here against Sweden.
Brian Brobby, wow. He has had a very good season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. You know what? Sunderland, he did very well for them. Scored, what, 10 goals or so?
Yeah.
Clearly ready can play in the Prem. I think finishing's always been something that people are, you know, not sure about him with. But if he can sharpen that up, can be a very good striker. Scored a bucket load in the Dutch league, didn't he, that one season?
One season, but then he went quiet. We were linked with him, and at the time we were linked with him, he was on like some barren run, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He scored 7
Brian
Premier
Brobby.
League goals.
7.
Yeah.
One against Tottenham.
God,
That was a
know
good
what?
finish, one of his better finishes.
he is one of the most frustrating players to play against.
Yeah, he is. 100%. Lots of fouls, hard to get the ball off. He wins set pieces as well a lot.
I think he should have been sent off in both the games that we
Yeah.
played against him.
Here's Van Hecker.
But the Netherlands looking a lot more convincing. Oh, it is easier opposition, but Sweden are still a decent outfit.
Did win 5-1 in their first game.
Yeah, who again? Was it Tunisia?
Tunisia. Here's Van Dijk. Gravenberg. Marlon. Van Dijk sweeping up.
Very controlled by the Netherlands, isn't it?
Here's Van Hecker
Oh, let's see that ball playing ability. Come on. Van Hecker to Mickey.
to Van der Ven, teammates. The Van brothers, they're calling him. Here's Van Hecker. Gakpo, or couldn't keep it in.
So who's the other game in this group? Japan, Tunisia. When is that?
That's
Is
at
that
5
tonight?
a.m. I think. Van Dijk has a great ball into Reinders. Again, he dawdled. And here comes Sweden. Nygren.
Foul,
Gravenberg.
Gravenberg.
Foul on Gravenberg.
Oh, really? That was Dumfries.
Yeah, I think that's actually the right decision.
Water?
No, we don't.
Robbie showing his
Foul.
strength once again.
Frankie de Jong to take this free kick.
Lovely ball.
Gakpo. All cleared away
You
by
get a
Lindelof.
hat-trick today, Robbie. Watch.
Oh, Van Dijk. Van Hecker's in there. It doesn't fall to him, and it's a free kick.
Who is going to be the first Spurs player to score at this tournament? Harry Kane aside.
The first Spurs player to score. Hydration break. Who's going to be the first Spurs player to score at the tournament? Tough. That's a tough one. A lot of loud boos as they go for a hydration break.
Again, in the closed stadium where there's probably aircon. But let us know in the comment section who is going to be the first Spurs player to score at this tournament.
Is a Spurs player going to score at this tournament?
Well,
What attackers do we actually have? We don't have any attackers, do we?
no. No attackers.
Robbie's the only player I've seen who dominated Van de Ven.
I heard Vuskovic is going to be dropped.
Yeah, that's the rumours.
Jed. Some people saying Jed's going to score first.
Jed.
It could be like Romero.
Oh, Bentancur.
Bentancur. Maybe Van Hecke, you know?
Goal from a corner. Romero set piece. I'm going to go Bentancur.
I'm going to go Van Hecke. Might come in this game.
Could do. Oh, I hate these bloody hydration breaks.
I know, such a nonsense. Maybe Sweden are going to start attacking now. Graham Potter found out. He was found out a long time ago. So did they sign him or was he on loan, Robbie? They signed him, didn't they?
Yeah.
He is so physical. I mean, he's made for the Premier League, Brighton Robbie.
Yeah. I think the one question mark is can he fix up in front of goal? He's a very inconsistent finisher. But if he can, he's one of those players who might have a mad season. Just everything hits, he goes in, and then he'll go back to what he was before.
100%. But even if he's not scoring, he's still causing problems. He's only 24. Like, it feels like he's been around forever.
I know. Van Hecke was asked if the Tottenham move will change. He says the Tottenham move will not change him. It's always tricky to say certain things. What would I give for myself? I'd give what the club is willing to give. I'm just happy that it's possible. I couldn't say it doesn't do anything to me, but of course I'm proud of it because it is fantastic, but it won't change me as a person. But now I play for one of the most important clubs in the UK. It is important for my future, but now I'm fully focused on the World Cup.
What do they mean? It's not going to change him. Change him in what way?
He's not going to become an arsehole. He's not going to get too big for his boots.
26 minutes gone. 2-0 to the Netherlands. I'm all right, thanks.
All right, long throw. Headed on. Is that a handball?
They want a handball here.
It's going to be given it as...
Kind of like half-assed appeals here. Big up to Daigle in the live chat.
Come on, Daigle. Van Hecker. Oh, beautiful ball. All right, to Gakpo. Really good switch of play there from Jan. Here's Gakpo. Cuts inside. Van de Ven on the overlap. Doesn't use him. Goes for De Jong. Here's Van Hecker. Oh, his pass was intercepted there. Scuffed it. Long ball forward. Van Dijk has it. Here's Van de Ven. Down the line to Gakpo. Gakpo taking on his man. Cuts inside again. De Jong. Van Hecker stepping into midfield here. Oh, his pass just got a block on it. And now Isak. And Sweden are going to try to exploit the space here. Gyökeres. Van Hecker's come back and trying to recover.
Ball. Bad touch.
Ayari. Van Hecker couldn't quite get in position back in time.
Need a goal before half-time, the Swedes. And it's game on.
That was a good breakaway from Sweden. That's what they're trying to do. That's the danger. When you got Isak and Gyökeres up front, both like to play in a certain way, don't they? Spacing behind, running into
the Dutch
into
at
the channels.
2-0 don't need to give it to them.
Nope. Van Hecker passing is terrible. Look, he misplaced one pass. Chill out. He just did a brilliant ball just before that. I have to say, having watched Gakpo a couple of times this World Cup, I can really see why Liverpool fans don't like him.
Why? Why don't they like him?
Because he's so predictable and he doesn't really... He always runs into trouble. He doesn't ask different questions as a fullback. He just does the same thing every time. Always just gets the ball and cuts inside every time.
Oh, that's a nice ball from Isak.
Nygren, Gyökeres in there, Van Dijk clear. Again, Van Hecker kind of out of position there. Van de Ven actually was the one who mopped up. Nygren, Gyökeres. Ayari's shot. That's going to go out for a goal kick.
Goal kick? I thought that took a nick off Van Hecker.
No, just a shit shot.
Big up to the Jers TV in the chat. What are you saying about Mikey Moore? Give us the scoop.
Here is Jan Paul. To Virgil van Dijk. To Frankie de Jong. Van Hecker. Coming up to the halfway line. By the way, when they had that chance, he was caught out, but that was because he was brave enough to step into midfield and try and actually, you know, do something effective for the team rather than just stay at centre back and, you know, let everyone else do everything. He's trying to get involved, which I don't mind. Throw into the Netherlands.
I'm dying for a proper bomber, man. We need a here we go today.
Today?
Today.
We need it today.
And another one tomorrow.
Need the 20 bombers of Christmas.
Exactly. On the 20th day of June, my true love came to me. 1 bobber from Romano. 2 bobber from Ornstein.
3 from SNY.
20 bombers. 1 Tonali, 1 Fernandez. 1 Liao. And a big war chest from the Lewis family.
Here's Isaac. Into space. Gyökeres inside here. Van Hecker coming over. Brilliant defending. Jan Paul.
1-0 Tottenham.
Come on. Get back to Woolwich, you bastard.
Exactly. You ain't getting past Jan Paul.
Jan Paul, look at that.
Paul dominating your
Timer shot. And there you go. Jan Paul not. There you go. Brilliant. That's what I'm talking about. Gravenberch, Marlon Orn looking over the top, but decided no. Now De Jong to Van Hecker.
Sunny Jack did. Nice song, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
He's like, but you forgot the one official announcement.
Reinders. Jan the Wall Van Hecker. I like that. Here's De Jong. To Van Dijk. Gakpo. Frenkie de Jong looking to pick the lock. Here's Van Hecker. De Jong. Over the top for Marlon. Couldn't get on the end of it.
Spurs Jonas says, don't listen to the justifying reports coming from Manchester United fans who insist they have the same financial situation that we have. Simply untrue.
Simply untrue. Is Van de Ven. Gakpo taking on his man and not winning the duel. Is Lindelof.
Brian Daigle sounds like he's living the life right now. Watching football, listening to my brothers for the commentary, sun is shining, eating Popeyes. Life is very, very
Come
good.
on. I wish we were with you, Brian. I wish you were here. Here's Lindelof. Between the lines. Good play from Sweden here. Isaac, can he find his way in? Gyökeres shot. This time Verbruggen bats it away. Couldn't be stopped by Van Hecker this time. Ball in the box away from De Jong. They're finding pockets of space, aren't they? They're finding moments, Sweden. When they just play it directly and sharply, all of a sudden it opens up. And Isaac and Jokros are finding spaces. Or Gravenberg, is that a good tackle? Referee says yeah. And now Dumfries. Van Dijk, Dumfries. De Jong, Van Dijk. Van de Ven plays it back. Verbruggen to De Jong. Here's Van de Ven on the overlap.
Go on, Mickey.
Ping on the afterburners.
Oh,
Goes on extra time, puts the ball in the box. No one running at the near post. Gakpo. Here's De Jong. Reinders. Marlon. It's a good play from the Netherlands. Bobby, couldn't reach him, but here's Gravenberg. Decided not to go down to the right to Dumfries. Goes back to De Jong. Gakpo. Cuts inside. Oh, he's found a bit of space here. Gakpo! Straight at the keeper.
Sweden can't really find a way out at the moment. It's been a pretty dominating performance from Holland, from the Netherlands.
King Huddle says, why are Turkey out of the World Cup? They can win their final game because it's head-to-head. I think it's so stupid that it's head-to-head. I hate head-to-head. It's so much better than goal difference. Don't know why they changed it.
Did they change it this year?
Yeah. UEFA, Euros are usually head-to-head. Both World Cup, they changed it. I don't understand why. What's the law? I want to know what the logic is. Because it just means that, yeah, because in theory Turkey could have won their last game by a big margin and then they still have a chance. Because they're head-to-head, they got no chance.
Yeah.
Gakpo. Dinks it in. Dumfries is free. It's over his head. And now Isaac looking to break away. Being held by Gravenberg. Held up. Marlon coming to support the press. Sweden trying to play the way out of trouble. Ayari's been caught. Here's Marlon. Can he pull it back? He goes, he didn't know what to do, did he? I don't know if that's a shot or a cross.
I think he was just caught in two minds. Yeah. It was like half
and he
of both.
could have had a pullback. He had the cross of face to go. He could have shot. He kind of did neither.
Great play by Frankie de Jong there. I think it was a cross.
Yeah, I think that's a cross. Just a poor one. Marlon will be kicking himself. He didn't lay that one on a plate for Brobby or Gakpo. Good Munson. Ball over the top. Oh, no, I thought he was going to go long. Ayari didn't.
Come on, let's make a game of this.
Sweden now with a bit of a period of possession. Here's Lindelof. Isaac. Ayari. Ayari shot!
Oh.
Is that over the... Yeah, just over. Who's he shouting at, De Jong?
That Ayari's got a hammer of a foot, hasn't he? Bloody hell. The power in his shots. That would have knocked someone out in the crowd. Look at that, they're all just scrambling.
All mopped up from Frankie de Jong. Here's Van Dijk. Van Hecke. They're saying de Jong was shouting at Dumfries there. Here's Van Hecke. Thought about the switch, but he just squared it to Van Dijk. Gakpo now. De Jong. Twisting and turning and playing to Reinders. De Jong. Gravenberg. Nice dummy from him. Here's Dumfries. Ryan Gravenberg. Van Hecke to Van Dijk. Marlon. Dumfries into the box. Oh, it's deflection into the arms of the keeper. Oh, close to being a handball, that. Clipped to the left-hand side, Goodmanson. Oh, Goodmanson. Van Dijk, Van Hecke with a foul.
Alfredo Padula says that Tonali is wanted by many clubs but only wants to work for Roberto De Zerbi.
Oh no, it's a foul by
He's
Gravenberg.
an absolute madman.
De Zerbi, when he talks to you, you listen.
When De Zerbi knocks, it's a different kind of knock.
Exactly.
All right, we're into the final minute pretty much of the half, plus stoppage time.
Negren's in there. Header! There you go! It's 2-1. They want a foul on Verbruggen, but referee says no. Oh, he's blowing his whistle for something. What's he saying?
Didn't look like a foul.
No, he's not given the goal. Oh, flag is up, offside.
Ah, offside.
Let's see this. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, he is offside.
Great ball in. It's big number 2. Johansson, is it? No, Ling.
You know, if that was
Lagerbielke.
in the Premier League, it'll be take like 10 minutes to get to a resolution,
exactly.
man.
2-0 offside.
The officiating at this tournament has been brilliant.
2-0. Offside. See, look, they just get on with it so quickly.
It pisses me off. Why?
Yeah, the VAR has like they're VAR in they're VAR in corners, and we haven't heard a thing of it in this World Cup.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have like 1 minute wait on corners every time, and
Yeah.
nothing. Haven't seen a thing.
It's the PGMOL, man. They don't know what they're doing.
Offsides are done very quickly.
Everything's quick.
I love the new.
Seamless.
I love the new rules on. Once they Gakpo in the box, pulls it back.
Ooh.
I love the rules they're doing on throw-ins, 5 seconds, goal kicks, 10 seconds, or whatever it is, 20 seconds. Substitutions, 10 seconds.
Everything
I
is
love
just
all of
so
that.
quick. Everything is just everyone just gets on with it. It's brilliant.
I've barely noticed VAR in this tournament.
Yeah.
Barely noticed it.
That's what it should be.
This is what it should be. This has been like the gold standard for VAR this tournament. That's maybe why I've enjoyed the tournament so much. I don't even think the games have been good. They haven't even been like... They've been good. That's obviously a reason, but I think I've been enjoying just not having those long waits and also having a 1 minute wait every time the ball goes out for a throw. That you have to set up for the long throw and all that kind of bullshit we get in the Premier League and everything. That's a foul on Bardiari on the edge of the area.
Dangerous position here. Who's on it? Is it going to be Ayari?
Dumfries with a foul.
Very close.
Yeah,
body checked him.
I actually think he stood on his foot.
He what?
Stood on his foot, I think.
Oh, did he?
Gyökeres and Isaac are both there. Verbruggen's made a couple of good saves today.
Yeah. Looks like Gyökeres wants this.
Gyökeres is over it. Looks like Gyökeres is going to take it. Has he ever scored free kicks?
Never seen
Romano
him
just
take one.
retweeted his Tonali exclusive.
Come on, give us the bomber.
Says Casper. Here we go. Victor Gyökeres. On the edge of the area. Goes for goal. It's a good save from
that was a
Verbruggen.
good hit, man.
Goes for Bruggen's side and he tips it around the post. Well, it's a really good save. Put it out for a throw. Good save from Verbruggen there.
Sky Sports says, in recent hours, Napoli have had new contacts with Tottenham over Vicario. He's going to get a bidding war.
Volley from the edge of the area.
That was rubbish.
Negrin.
Apparently Saka didn't train today. Are we getting Tonali Here We Go today?
No.
No? Tomorrow?
It's going to rumble on.
Come on, give us the Here We Go, man. No time like the present.
Nice challenge. De Jong. Oh. They both left it for each other, Gakpo and Robbie. Ayari has the ball, and Ayari he went for the hero ball to Gyökeres. Gyökeres has it. Cuts it back. Ayari shot! Good save from Verbruggen again.
Just feeding Ayari, man.
Tell you, Verbruggen has made some
That was
really
the
good
best
stops.
save yet.
Koeman saying, come on, half time, yalla.
That was a really good shot from Ayari, man.
Yeah, daisy cutter. Not a lot of, it's creeping in. One-handed save.
Oh.
It'll be this chance, this corner, or half time, I think. Corner in, away by Verbruggen, and now it's half time.
All right, Netherlands 2, Sweden 0. I think, Netherlands have had the lion's share of, possession and chances. But, Sweden creeping back into it in the final stages there.
Yeah, I think they'll be disappointed Sweden they didn't get a goal in that last stage. I think they were quite good, actually, quite creative. I think when they bring Gyökeres and Isaac back into the game, they're clearly very dangerous. They're just two quality players, and I think Sweden probably deserved at least one goal back in that little bit, but the Netherlands have been much the better side, I think, overall. Well, say that. Look at those stats. Sweden 8 shots to the Netherlands 5.
A lot of those shots must have come in the last 5-10 minutes for Sweden. Because there was a couple in the early stages, but I think Sweden definitely grew in influence in the latter stages, and maybe they can take that momentum into that second half. And you never know, if Sweden get an early goal, anything can happen in this
Absolutely.
game.
Yeah, this game is not over, because as much as the Netherlands done well to get in this position, I think Sweden has shown that they've gained momentum in this game. If they get a goal and build off it, then we'll see if the Netherlands have the mettle to hang on.
Yeah.
Because we saw against Japan, as Japan were building in that game, the Netherlands were dropping back and they couldn't keep the ball, and Japan obviously got the goal in the end.
Yeah. But I think, Netherlands will be really happy with the way the first half has gone. 2-0 up. They could have got more goals themselves, to be fair, with the chances that they were creating. It looked like there was only one team in it for a large portion of that first half. But, as they say, the old cliche goes, 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football.
Which I don't agree with.
You don't agree with it?
In my experience, 1-0 was far more dangerous.
It's true. And 0-0 is even dangerous.
Yeah,
more dangerous.
exactly.
But yeah, 2-0 can be dangerous though, can't it? Because 2-0 goes to 2-1 very quickly, and then all of a sudden, it's panic stations. But yeah, there's a long way to go in this game, and I think Sweden will take encouragement how they ended that first half.
100%. But they'll be disappointed that they've given the Netherlands a couple of goals and that they've, both goals for Robbie got done by the same kind of movement, weren't they? So that'll be disappointing for Graham Potter. But the way they've come back into the game, 2-0 down, haven't lost belief, kept creating chances. Verbruggen's been in fine form. Obviously, they had the goal ruled out through offside as well, so unlucky on that occasion. So they'll feel like one goal. Just get that one goal, and all of a sudden it's game on again.
Everyone's saying check Romano's retweet.
Yeah, he retweeted Tonali.
Yeah, so he's retweeted his original tweet from June the 15th, 5 days ago, saying Tottenham have entered the race to sign Sandro Tonali. De Zerbi wants Tonali as new star for the Tottenham midfield. Ideal to step up level. Spurs ready to face Man City and Arsenal in the race for Tonali for ambitious project to prove their intentions.
Here we go soon. We need to get the here we go soon before the here we go.
Haven't seen him tweet here we go soon for a long time.
No, he does.
Does he still tweet it? Come on, Romano. Pull it out of the bag for us. It's just like Ornstein and Romano both just being so kind of positive on this for a Tottenham perspective.
Spurs Jello says that Tottenham consider it already done.
Yeah.
What was that about? Surely it's not that advanced, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe those words from
Well, both SZY and Spurs Journo both said personal teams are agreed. Personal terms.
Which is incredible, if true. Let's see. I mean, not in a million years I think we were capable of bagging someone like Tonali this window. I mean, when we were talking about Bruno Guimaraes, we were laughing about it. I was saying actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be interested in us, but it's more about if other clubs come in for him.
The thing is, you look at it from Newcastle, they're supposed to be on this project taken over by the Saudis, and they're, you thought they were going to plough all this money into it and go challenge for the league title. Obviously, they ploughed money into it, and they've got significantly better. But now you're looking at it in the last couple of years, selling Isaac last summer, selling Anthony Gordon this summer. If they sell Tonali on top of that, got to question where this is actually going.
The reality is with FFP, PSL, all that whatever, they just don't have the revenues we do, so they get punished for it.
Yeah.
So
I get that, but I would assume that the message it sends out, I can understand Isaac going to Liverpool. I can understand Gordon going to Barcelona, but it must be a real kick in the teeth if they're going to sell to Tottenham.
Yeah,
I know Tottenham are in the Big Six, but Tottenham are probably the only team in the Big Six where Newcastle look at being like, you know what, we're better than you.
Yeah, or we for sure.
Yeah,
we're good. We're planning on finishing above you next season, kind of thing. 100%. I agree. And it must be frustrating for them if that's the way how it's going to be. If we do end up getting, obviously we have to sign him first. But you're right. I think if you're a Newcastle fan, you must be. It kind of. That's like it must hurt. It must feel like, oh, this is a club of a lack of ambition. This is a club who we're selling our players to Tottenham, not even City or the other players. And we finished sending our best players to a team who finished 17th last season. That's got to hurt. That has to hurt.
It's massive, but it is a massive statement of intent from Tottenham if we can get a Tonali through the door. All of a sudden, if we sign Tonali, players are going to prick their ears up to that. Maybe something serious has happened at Tottenham.
If we bag Tonali, I think there will be other players looking at that thinking maybe I've got to hear what De Zerbi's got to say, because if they're getting convincing players like Tonali to go and spending big money, like maybe they are changing their ways. Maybe they're making sure that 17th can never happen again. And that's what we got to do. And look, maybe we can pull off more shocks. I guess that can happen.
You know, the reports suggest that Spurs can spend 300 million net. 300 million net. So if you're selling a Vuskovic for, let's say, 50, a Romero for 50, Sarr for 20, Dragoshin for 10, 15, whatever it may be.
If you add a Bergwijn for 50, all of a sudden
you're
adding
you can
like
spend
4.
like 500 million or something.
You know what? How much did Liverpool spend last summer? I know they've won the league and stuff, but you know, those kind of figures of 400-500 million, it's getting like less and less ridiculous spending that kind of money.
Yeah, and didn't Vinay come out not long ago saying, "Oh, the finances aren't what actually people think"?
He did, yeah.
Didn't Levy say last summer, saying, you know, we're very cash poor and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, all of a sudden we could be spending 300 million. Well, they're saying it's possible through PSR to spend 300 million, not saying we will spend 300 million.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different, two different things.
Well, Spurs Jono told me last night saying they want to spend 300 million net. That's what he told me.
Well, if we do that, I say we're all going to be very happy. It depends who we spend it on, but
yeah, but the early indications of the players that we're going for is very positive.
100%. And I think, we're just trying to show that we know that. I think at the end of the day, the club have been very forthright in the sense that when Vinay, or especially Vinay, when he spoke in his interview, he wasn't giving too many excuses. He just says, "Look, it's embarrassing what his club has been in the last couple of years." He's embarrassed by it. Then the Lewis family said, "Actions speak louder than words." So let's see. Like, I think it's obvious they know that what happened, you know, that it must have spooked them. They know that they were this close to relegation, and if that would have happened, it would have been catastrophic. So they must have realised after that moment something really has to change. And I think they already knew that even before, because they've been talking about after Levy left all these changes coming in. But you know, you got Vinay saying, "Look, football has not been at the forefront of this football club. You know, there hasn't been a real obsession to have the best footballing team. Plus, how we've been operating has caused us near disaster." So it's no surprise to me we are making a big, at least for now, a show of this is our intentions. These are what we're going to do. I'm not saying it is just a show. I'm saying it doesn't surprise me in the sense that we're hearing big things at the moment. But let's see kind of how it all ends up in the window.
You know what? I don't think... Do you think that... Because I don't, like, if we were not so close to relegation, they'd be acting like this.
No.
So what we're saying, basically, is that Thomas Frank and Igor Tudor was, like, the best thing that ever happened to Tottenham.
Maybe. I still saw a tweet.
Blessing in disguise.
I saw a tweet yesterday from a site I can't remember who it was from, and it was just tweeted out a picture of Igor Tudor saying, "I'll never forget what you've done for us."
Oh, really? It could be.
It could be.
Like Thomas Frank speaking right now, like, thank you, Thomas. But Thomas and Igor is probably the wake-up call that this club needed.
Yeah, I would say so. Obviously, it should have happened when we finished 17th, even though we won the Europa League. That should have been a big wake-up call.
Over all the cracks, didn't it?
To be fair, I would say that summer, I did think. Obviously, we were in the Champions League the next season, so we did need to spend big anyway, just to, replenish the squad for numbers. But we did obviously try and go bigger that summer, and it didn't all go in our favour. We still obviously Levy heading up most of the deals, but we did try and show a bit of ambition. Kudus from West Ham, Eze and Gibbs White. We got Xavi over the line, so we did. I think we were trying to, but it obviously was nowhere near enough. And I think maybe we didn't realise how much work actually needed doing. And obviously we did go for another injury crisis as well. But I think who was it? Jim from Oso Spurs pointed out, like, the difference last season between Tottenham and Europe was 9 points. That's how tight the league is. And you think about last season, if we had, we had 14 or something injuries, crazy. If we had less injuries last season, would we have been in a relegation battle? Could we have gotten Europe? If we had just one,
We wouldn't have been.
If we just had one of, Madison or Decky fit, or if we had, Solanke fit for more than half the season or something, would we have been in a relegation battle? Or could things have been different? So, do we already have a squad, really, that could potentially challenge for Europe outside of injuries?
I think we do.
With De Zerbi, considering De Zerbi came in.
Particularly one game a week.
Well, think about it.
Under Ange, we finished 5th that year.
Well, think about it this way: De Zerbi came in for 7 games, and his trajectory was European football, even with an injury hit squad, without the players coming back.
What are you trying to say?
My point is.
What are you trying to say?
I know you can make your own conclusions.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying. I think our squad is underestimated by a lot of people, thinking because we've been 17 twice, that's really the true level.
But we did say that a lot last season.
What?
That, we actually have a good squad.
I wouldn't say good, but better than what we show, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say good in terms of title challenging good, but I think good enough to get you at least a Europa League spot in the league.
Or challenge for one, I would say. Yeah. It should be in the race for it. Could we have won 3 more games with less injuries? And that's European football.
We could have won 3 more games with the injuries.
Exactly. If we had De Zerbi for the whole season, how many points would that have been? You know what I mean? So, if we have that squad, obviously make the necessary changes and improve on it. There's no reason why we can't be a hell of a lot better next season. No reason. And I think, people make fun and people say, 17 twice, you'd be lucky to get top 10, all that kind of stuff. And, and until we prove that we have changed, we're going to have to just live with that. But I think as Tottenham fans, I think we can acknowledge.
We have to... That has got to be the biggest importance for next season, just to work out why these injuries are happening and to stop that happening next season. We can't have it for a 3rd year in a row. We just can't, and it will just ruin everything. If we can have an injury-free season, relatively injury-free season next year, who knows what can happen? Sim saying we are pulling a Leicester City. Well, Leicester City did finish 41 points and -9 goal difference the year before they won the title.
They did. If Leicester can do it,
Spurs can most definitely do it.
Sorry, mate, I'm a bit distracted. Just read the chat. Was curious as to who you are talking about. Who you were talking about. I don't know what you meant by that.
We're just talking about Spurs for next season.
If we have a really good summer, it's going to be the most exciting season in a while. Well, to be fair, when the first season under Ange, when that started, that was so exciting. Oh, take me back to those days, man. If we can have a start like that
season, what derailed us was injuries. Again. Yeah, injuries have derailed our season for the last 3 years.
Yeah, there was injuries mostly. Well, we got derailed from a title challenge, but I wouldn't say the season got derailed because we finished 5th. But the title challenge got derailed through injuries.
Yeah, but our momentum got derailed. We were on such good momentum. And then suddenly those injuries happen, and you're just like, what the hell's happening here now?
Yeah, but we still finished 5th. We were 1 point away from 4th, weren't we? We ended up only just missing out on 4th by a couple of points, I think.
Yeah.
We should have finished 4th really that season. We kind of bottled it near the end.
We didn't bottle it. We handed Man City a game.
No, but we were in the lead with 6, 7 games to go.
Somerville's coming on.
For who?
I reckon for Marlon. Super chat saying, do we think Tonali is better now than Rice at West Ham?
Than Rice was at West Ham?
I'm not sure about that. I think Rice still.
Do I think Tonali now or Rice? Well, yeah, I would say Rice because I remember I was so angry when Arsenal got him. And I wouldn't do that. I didn't think the player was absolute mustard.
All right, we have kicked off for the second half. Somerville has come on for Marlon. Yeah, I think it's Marlon. Yeah, Gakpo's there. Robbie's there. Yeah, it's Marlon.
Sim, will you be open to Ayari instead of Fernandez? Not instead of.
As well as.
I think Ayari's a good player. Oh, here we go. Negron, I should say.
Have you seen all the tacticos? They're lauding Pochettino's tactics in the World Cup so far.
He has been great. But we'll see when it gets to the better opposition.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to tactics and stuff, the World Cup actually isn't really the forefront of tactical football and stuff like that. We've seen them with France. It's kind of, I think more often than not, where if you just have like simple tactics in the World Cup, the best players just usually just win you the games. That's how it usually works, because you don't really have enough time to really implement real complicated tactical structures. The only team that ever did it really was Spain, and that's because they pretty much had the whole Barca team, and they already knew it, so they could implement it quite seamlessly. You think the France team that won the World Cup, they weren't some tactical great team.
Yeah.
They were just solid defensively and let Mbappe do what he wanted.
Yeah, it's true. I think the Netherlands team. Oh, here's Somerville. Oh, what play from Somerville?
Oh, Gakpo!
Wow.
Already 3-0.
Wow. Another assist from Denzel Dumfries. That was all about Somerville, though. That was brilliant play from him. Straight away, 2 minutes in, Somerville strutting his stuff.
Straight away. That should be a real slap in the face for Sweden, having had a bit of a late rally in that first half. You're thinking bit of momentum into the second half, and to concede straight away what should probably be the killer third goal has got to be going. But is it offside?
Ooh.
No, I think he's just on,
It's going to be tight.
I see here. I can't really see there.
I think he's either level. It looks level, but maybe he's...
My gut feeling when I saw that was on. Oh, Brobby was inches away.
Yeah. 3-0 to the Netherlands.
And his sub paying dividends immediately.
Straight away, yeah. Immediate impact from Somerville.
Sounds like a goal's been given, so onside. 3-0. Wiping the floor with the Swedes here. Oh, good play. Negron. Van Dijk, always giving it away, but good mopping up from Van de Ven. And Van Dijk. That's a corner, isn't it?
Well, this is my my sweepstake pick, so big up the Netherlands. Did Gakpo score in the first game?
Gakpo. He's... no, it was Van Dijk and Somerville.
Oh, yeah.
Simmons has done a interview with CBS Galazzo. We'll have to watch that. He's done a couple of interviews talking about a renewed sense of unity under De Zerbi, he said.
Love that. When Javi Simmons signed for us, he must have just walked in being like, what the hell is this?
Gakpo shot into the arms of the keeper.
He's like, you've signed me to be this like Big Ten hub of the team, and I'm just on my own literally every second. And as soon as he was just starting to get into it under De Zerbi, does his ACL. So bad for him, man. He cannot wait to get back in the action, back in the swing of things.
Here's Ayari. Oh, Ayari into the pocket of space here. Can he get the ball in? He does, and it's over Gyökeres's head. Goodmanson. Good tackle from Somerville.
I got Dumfries in my draft team. Big up to the draft. Super chat from Brian Daigle.
Oh, Brian Daigle.
All the here we go.
All in the box. Good header by Van Hecker.
He says, all the here we goes are being saved for Monday. It's going to be glorious and a wonderful day. All these official bids are imminent, surely imminent, and will be amazing if they come off. Come on, you Spurs, and love We Are Tottenham TV.
See, it's tough to know if he's being sarcastic or not.
He's not being sarcastic because Monday is his birthday and his anniversary.
I see. Because just when he says imminent, surely imminent, because he's made fun of those things so many times. Brian, the bids are creeping. They're being lined up. They're being readied. We're pursuing. We're monitoring. We're looking.
We're creeping.
I believe, is Bergval ready to come on? Bergval. Bergval and Alanga.
Kid. Come on.
Stripped off, ready to come on.
Come on, Lucas. He will crucify ya. He's our Swedish yid.
Isaac, and there's Van Hecker. And a good ball straight to Somerville, who's been brought down. Yellow card.
He hacked him down there. Somerville, such a threat, man.
Here's Verbruggen. Ball over the top. Lindelof. Oh,
that's
Van de Ven caught on his heels there.
That was poor from Mickey.
And here comes Sweden. Isaac, he's offside. Now he's back on. Tried to find Ayari, but he mishit the ball. And now the Netherlands looking to break. Gravenberg. Good ball, Somerville. He's in space. He's running into the space here, Somerville. He's got Brobby. He's got Gakpo. Here's Cody Gakpo. He lines him up one-on-one. It's 4-0.
That's a great goal.
Brilliant goal, Gakpo. That is where he's dangerous.
Great goal. 2 goals for Gakpo.
If you give him space.
Again, Somerville again. And,
that was Gakpo with a killer instinct there. Second goal of the game for Cody. Cut inside, low into the near post. It's a clinical finish. 2 for Gakpo, 2 for Robbie.
And it's a rout.
Well, their goal difference is back to 0.
Somerville.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Gravenberg. It's a great breakaway, isn't it? It's a brilliant breakaway.
Teams are going to be looking at Somerville in this World Cup. Spurs links haven't gone away.
Boof.
Great finish.
Caught him out at the near post there. I thought it was destined near post, and yet caught by surprise. Lots of power on that. 4-0. After beating Tunisia 5-1, they would have thought surely they're putting a better fight than this. Here's Lucas Bergval, though. Nygren, Kallström off.
Oh, Lucas.
Alanga, Bergvall and Zanelli. Here is Bergvall, early touch on the ball. What point does Sweden start thinking about damage limitation here? Because they keep going forward, they could get... I mean, they're already being destroyed here, but it could get really embarrassing if they keep just trying to get more goals. Looks like Bergvall's playing a bit deeper here. Let's see. Alanga, Bergvall.
Yeah, Sweden play Japan next.
Bergvall making the run. Here is Bergvall.
Go on, Lucas.
Ayari. Oh, Ayari lines up a shot, and it's just over the bar. Bloody hell.
So dangerous, Ayari, man.
Close. Would have been a Bergvall assist there, if I go in.
He assisted Ayari in the last game. Kulusevski's brother-in-law.
Here's Gakpo. Oh, there's space here. Brobby, can you find him in behind? Somerville's there. Well, Bergvall with a good challenge, but it's fallen back to Brobby. And now Dumfries lines one up over the bar. Here's Lindelof. Sweden just going to go damage limitation now. Oh, Isaac mopped up by Gravenberg though. Good shielding from him. Oh, Van Hecker keeps the ball away from Gyökeres. Dumfries.
I mean, with head-to-head, is there any point of damage limitations?
Good point.
Because if they finish on the... They can only finish on the same... one.
Isaac Alanga is through on goal here. Alanga. Can Van Hecker get there? He's past Van Hecker, and it's 4-1.
Goal! That's a really good goal.
They have a goal here, Sweden.
Gets a run on you. It's so difficult to catch him up, man.
He's got unbelievable
rapid.
speed. Well, he went away from Van Hecker very easily there. Van Hecker, though, did the smart thing, probably not bring him down. Don't give away a red card. But he, Van Hecker couldn't keep up. And then also he slotted it past Verbruggen quite confidently. Here, Isaac waiting for the right moment just to prod it through. Van de Ven as well couldn't keep up. Van Hecker there. No, too quick. And it's 4-1. It's a good finish. Van de Ven trying with the last-ditch slide. Couldn't get over. Coop Miners. And Teal. For De Jong and Reinders. Need a bit of energy off on in the midfield after that moment. Van Dijk. Gravenberg loses it. Here's Ayari. Alanga. So, what's the score since Bergvall's come on? 1-0 Sweden.
It's not 1-1.
Is it 1-0? Yeah, you're actually right. Here's Gakpo. Van de Ven. Van Hecker. Here's Somerville. Van Dijk, Koopmeiders. Oh, Verbruggen's kick intercepted. Here's Elanga. Oh, tries the 1-2, and you know what? He's got the beating of Van de Ven here because he's gone on the right side. He's got the ball in, and Van Hecker with a good clearance there. But I tell you what, Van de Ven is struggling at the moment to keep up with Elanga.
Take Van de Ven off, man. His hamstrings are getting put to the test here.
Hold on, the Ampel. You know what? I'll get another goal. Yeah. Half an hour to go. 4-2. You never know.
To go.
Here's Ayari. Corner in, and Van Dijk heads away. And it's going to be headed straight out for a goal kick. All right, goal kick. Veghorst, is he coming on? No. Well, here is Somerville. Dumfries. Van de Ven. Keeps away from Elanga this time. Teal. Gakpo. Oh! What a ball to Brobby! Oh, good defending.
Bloody hell, that was an insane ball.
Round the corner. Brobby did so well to turn his man.
There's Arsene Wenger. Yuri Djorkaeff. Edwin van der Sar. Corner to the Netherlands. Can they make it 5?
Koopmeiders to take.
Ooh.
Cleared away. Gravenberg. Koopmeiders. And it's our play for a
over everyone.
Javi Simmons says big things are coming next season with Zerbi.
Come on.
He said you can see in the last couple of games, even though I couldn't play, I was seeing on the pitch the guys had it looked like they had new boots on. Oh no, new boost, a new vibe on the pitch, and that's something really positive. Going to next season, I think really big things are coming with this coach.
We're gonna win.
Here we go. Teal. Gakpo, good challenge from Lagerbiel. Here's Brobby. Loses out. He in.
Tuck says, I've already got £20 on Spurs to win the league at 50-1.
50, is that it? 50-1. Why 1 to 5,000 to 1? Those are the odds. Fiorentina finished 17th.
They stopped it.
Ridiculous.
See, it's only 15-1. Let's have a look at these Premier League outright odds.
Here's Bergvall. Isak. Elanga. Isak beats Van der Ven to it. And crossed in. And Somerville's going to clear that away.
Yeah, it's 50-1. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7th favourite to win the league.
7th?
Yeah. 8 Newcastle 80-1, and we're 50-1.
Hull 3,000-1.
Yeah, Hull. 17-2 for a top 4 finish. Eight to 1. What do you reckon? 8-1 Spurs are to finish in the top 4.
Oh, top Robbie. Can he
crack
finish?
it? Oh.
Didn't go for this shot. Offside. Well, Sweden, if they're going to get back in this, need to get back in the game quick.
Yeah.
Second, well, drinks break's going to be coming up in a minute. Yeah, it definitely looks like, yeah, Bergvall. Well, actually, they play 3 in the middle, don't they? So, kind of in like a number 8/10 position again. Here's Elanga. Here's Lucas Bergvall. Looking for options, goes back to Elanga. It's actually a decent ball. Oh,
my
Van der Ven just got
days.
absolutely rinsed.
Oh,
and Van
my
Hecker has to bail him
God.
out, not for the second time.
What unbelievable skill that was from Elanga.
He just nutmegged him there, Van der Ven. I tell you, he's struggled since he's come on. He's been killing him. He's been killing him.
Skinned Van der Ven alive. Look at this. Oh,
Oh,
that is world class, man.
and Isak Ayari.
Van der Ven's not going to be able to look his girlfriend in the face.
Isaac. Oh, Van Hecker with a good clearance. It's a couple of times Van Hecker's had to bail out Van der Ven.
I thought it'd be the other way around.
Yeah. Isak. Goodmanson. Oh, cuts inside. Puts it across the face of goal, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
That skill deserved a goal at the end
Yeah,
of it,
it
man.
did. Hydration break. I have to say, we've been talking about potentially seeing Van der Ven a left back more.
Yeah, he's getting cooked.
Not just today. I didn't think he was that impressive against Japan either, a left back.
The thing is, right, I have seen Van der Ven for Netherlands do really well. But this World Cup, he's been getting cooked.
It's worrying. We don't even know if that's the plan, to be honest, playing the left back. But
Van Dijk got nutmeg there by Isaac as well.
well, Sweden got trying to pull out anything they can to try and get back in this game. Xavi's been speaking more about Zerbi. He said, for me, when I came in, a lot of players that I know already spoke about him. For me, it was an extra boost because I know the way he wants to play. He was an attacking midfielder.
Bomba. David Ornstein, 8 seconds ago. Tottenham open talks with Newcastle over a deal for Sandro Tonali. Man City pursuit ongoing. Man City and Tottenham talking to 26-year-olds reps in a bid to agree personal terms, but contacting Newcastle shows Spurs' intent to get the deal done.
So we've entered official talks with
Official
Newcastle.
talks with Newcastle, yeah. These are testing times. But yeah, Man City pursuit ongoing from David Ornstein as well.
Ooh,
What do you reckon about that?
Well, I don't think we officially contact Newcastle to try and get this deal done, unless we're really confident that if we can agree a fee with Newcastle, that Tonali will choose us. That's the feeling. Or we're doing it to try and beat Man City to the punch and try and get this deal sorted and get a deal agreed.
On what planet is someone going to reject Man City for us 2 17th place finishes in a row?
Because they're in the Derby, mate. They're from
It's mental, though, isn't it?
They're from the same
You know,
place.
Maresca isn't even over the line yet.
What do you
For
mean?
Man City. He hasn't been officially announced as Man City manager. They're still trying to work out a severance package with Chelsea.
Or maybe that plays into it. I don't know. Oh, he will be the Man City manager.
He will be, yeah. I'm just saying he hasn't been announced officially yet.
Well, Sandro. I think that shows the intent from Tottenham that we think we can get this done. That we're serious about not just putting in a bid or just agreeing personal terms, but actually trying to get this over the line very quickly, because we know that Man City are interested. The thing is with Man City, as we've said, there's a bit of uncertainty there. Yes, Ornstein says the deal's on, the pursuit is ongoing with them, but are they sure they want him? Because they're getting Anderson. You know, what's going on with Rodri? They've still got Nico Gonzalez on the books.
Yeah.
So there's uncertainty there, whereas with us,
He's our guy.
he's our guy. We're telling him, we want you. We'll join you right now. We'll go for you right now. There's no uncertainty. We're not waiting for anything. We will sign you right now, this second. And that can be very important for some players to want to feel that love, or that how wanted they are.
Yeah.
And he knows clearly him and De Zerbi get on well. That can be a very important thing when it comes to the personality of the player. Very, very interesting.
How do you think this plays out?
Oh, God, it's so hard to know. Every instinct and every fibre of being a Tottenham fan tells me we're not going to get him.
I know. Right? That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's just like we've been here so many times.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah. But,
So maybe Spurs could actually get their man here.
But the personal terms are agreed if you go by SZY and Spurs Journal, believe what they're saying. Personal terms agreed. Spurs have now entered talks with Newcastle. What is that figure?
It says here Newcastle will seek about 100 million.
£100 million. Are we actually going to spend £100 million on a player?
His contract runs till 2029 with an option to extend for a further 12 months.
Are we going to spend £100 million on a player?
I think if we put in a fee, that if with add-ons included gets to close to 100 million, I think they accept it.
Fabrizio Romano, Tottenham and Sandro Tonali deal on, as revealed exclusively 4 days ago.
That it?
That's it. That's
No
all he
details?
said. No. So he's not really speaking about Man City. He's only speaking about Tottenham, really.
He
Fabrizio.
says that no one's saying he only wants Tottenham, but people are saying he does want Tottenham, though. Like, he would be interested in going there, which is good in itself.
Yeah.
Like, the fact he's interesting, that's already
Everything suggests that this deal is going to happen in the press. Everyone's
pointing in the right direction,
It's
isn't
pointing massively in the right direction, but it's just blowing my mind. Are Spurs actually going to spend £100 million on a player? We dreamed for these days.
I don't think it'll be the fixed fee. I don't see us spending 100 million fixed fee. I'll be shocked. I think it'll be fee with add-ons.
Like 85 million plus add-ons.
I think that's the deal we're going to try and do. 85 plus 15 million in add-ons.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where we're at, I think, with this. And I think Newcastle probably accept that, to be honest. Or maybe, look, they might try and get a bit more, but I reckon they probably accept something close to that. Maybe 90 million plus 10.
The thing is, I think Newcastle will, I think a deal like that, if Spurs and Man City are both putting that deal forward, I reckon they accept the Man City one and try to drive up Spurs a little bit because of that situation we were speaking about before. I think they sell to Spurs through gritted teeth, massive gritted teeth.
Well, I think, to be honest, whatever's a better financial package they'll choose. I don't know if they really care that much. I don't think it's yes, they do care. Like,
no, but I'm saying if Man City and Spurs are both offering 85 plus add-ons, I reckon they will prefer to accept the Man City bid than the Tottenham bid. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. But if we structure the deal with more favourable terms, maybe they'll accept our bid. Who knows? But I really don't think Tottenham go directly now into, because there's obviously a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes and mediators and all this kind of stuff, but you don't go start direct talks with clubs unless you know that if you get the deal agreed. In this day and age, you don't do that unless you know that if you get the deal agreed, the player will agree to come.
Yeah, I mean, didn't the other day Brentford agreed a fee to sign someone and then they rejected him? That El Mala.
Did he?
Yeah. Did you not remember that? Literally last week that happened.
Okay, so it can happen, but it's very rare. It's very rare. I don't think you go for a bid as big as this, or because this is very public. Look, Brentford are different. That's a different case because I think Tottenham are a very public club, and they don't want any more PR disasters that we've had. They know. Look, they're not stupid. They can be stupid, but I don't think.
We are one of the most stupid.
I know, but they know that the PR has been horrendous. They're not dumb in that way. They don't know that their PR hasn't been bad, right? That we've been, missed out on all these players very, very publicly over the last year. So my point being, this is usually how it's done for clubs of our size, especially. But most clubs, I think, in the Premier League, it is how it's done. You don't go directly talks, especially for a club like Newcastle, a big team like that. You're not going to go in talk directly and get a deal agreed unless you know that Tonali will agree to come, because that will be highly embarrassing if Newcastle agree a fee with us and Tonali then rejects us to do that publicly. They wouldn't want that unless they know Tonali would accept coming to us.
I do believe that Tonali has agreed personal terms with Tottenham, but there's nothing to say that he can't agree personal terms with Manchester City as well. And if Man City,
but we haven't heard that yet.
No, I know that, but that's what has got me worried a little bit. Like, what if he does agree personal terms with Man City? Then it's just about, preference Man City over Spurs, Spurs over Man City. If he, I don't know. I think there's a long way to go.
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, he hasn't agreed any personal terms with City, and right now we're the ones in talks. If we can get this, as I said, are City even certain they want him? At the moment, they're saying they're pursuing him, they're looking at the deal, but are they certain that they're going to go and spend the money and actually go and get him? Because, they've got Anderson also lined up at the moment. So, I think that which we don't know, is he an alternative to Tonali? Who knows? So, I think if we can get this deal agreed with Newcastle quickly, I think we can get it done. I actually think we can get it done.
If we get this deal done, I think it's the most significant Spurs transfer of the Premier League era. I think that's how big this is. When is the last time, or have we ever done it, gone to a Premier League rival that see us on a level footing and gone to take one of their best players in a massive deal? It's never happened. What is the most significant signing Spurs have made in the Premier League as to date? Van der Vaart?
The most significant signing. What do you mean by significant?
Significant, like being like, I never thought we would get that player, and it's just like, how have we signed this player in their prime or something like that?
I guess Kudus at the time was there, but
Kudus as well was coming off like a really poor season.
Yeah, I guess it was a bit different there. Like, they really wanted rid of him. It's a bit different. Like, when I don't think Newcastle want to get rid of Tonali.
And also, Kudus was very much an opportunistic one. That West Ham were struggling with those financial issues. They needed to sell by a certain day.
And I guess when you look at someone like Richie, that was the same thing for Everton. They needed to sell by a certain date. Trying to think off the top of my head of signing from a rival Premier League team.
Not even from a Premier League team, just to bring someone in at the top of their game in their prime that is as good as Tonali is. I don't remember us ever doing it. Also, we signed Edgar Davids over the hill. Van der Vaart was at the wrong end of his career.
And also a player who either playing for a team that isn't really looking to sell, hasn't really, I don't know if he's asked to leave or anything, but he's not putting in a transfer request or anything. He's just, not in the last year of his contract, they don't have to sell by a certain date or anything. We've literally just gone to them and say we want this player because he's good, not because of any other factor.
Exactly.
And that's very different.
I don't remember Spurs ever doing this.
Yeah, it's true. Kyle. This would be very, very significant.
In terms of profile and stature, I think the chat's right. The last time is probably Klinsmann.
Yeah. I think this deal would shock, a lot of everyone in the Premier League, especially Tottenham fans, but I think a lot of rival teams or fans will be looking at how the hell have they done
Yeah,
that?
because at the end of last season, everyone's like, oh, 2 17th place finish in a row. That's who you are now. You're just a relegation fodder. You're fighting it out with the likes of whoever was down there. That's what you are now. If you think you're getting anyone significant this summer, who's going to join a club that's finished 17th place 2 years in a row? You're not even considered part of the Big Six anymore. You know what I mean? That's what the narrative was at the end of last season.
That's what they were saying. And I think a lot of Tottenham fans, because of how angry they are at the club, kind of started to believe it even.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're gonna start doing deals like this, then I think they're trying to make Tottenham themselves are trying to make sure that narrative doesn't continue for too long.
Exactly. If we get this signing over the line, by the way, Romano has pinned that tweet to his ex. If we do get this signing over the line, people will sit up and take notice. They will. So let's see what happens. Daigle says, no Ornstein, no news, in my opinion. Well, Ornstein has tweeted, Mr. Daigle. So go and check Ornstein's Twitter. He's the one that actually broke the news that Spurs are now at the negotiation table with Newcastle. Romano has backed that up pretty much as well and tweeted about it. So let's see how these negotiations go.
We'll have to see as well because when we look at negotiations, we always look at it through the lens of Levy negotiating.
Yeah.
Who is negotiating now? Is it Vinay? I don't even know. Or is it that guy they're talking about that Ali Gold was talking about yesterday?
Rafi Mawson.
Yeah.
I think it actually could be him.
So we don't know what his style is. How ruthless is he? Does he want to drag this on? Does he want to get it done quickly? How willing is he to get this done quickly? We saw with Van Hecker, they were pretty willing to pay the money to get it done quickly and not drag it out, even if it meant overpaying.
It's true. Like with Van Hecker, bid rejected, straight away, new bid. Bid rejected, straight away, new bid.
Exactly. So what is the most? But the thing is, it also depends on how stubborn Newcastle are. What if they're saying, look, 100 million all up front or no deal? Are we willing to go there? Or are we gonna move on? Because we know under Levy we would move on. We wouldn't push the extra mile to get. We've missed out on players for 5 million, let alone 15 or 20. So it's hard. It's hard to know what to expect with this kind of transfer and this kind of negotiation. Because, as I've said, we're looking at it from a different prism to what we've known. What this transfer window could be. Obviously, the only window we've had without Levy was the January one, but that was obviously a disaster. But for whatever reason, we weren't really actually in for that many players, it seemed. I can't remember too many bids.
Well, we got offered Lookman and we said no.
Yeah, we weren't actually negotiating for that many players. Or we were looking at a lot of players. We never actually got to the final stages.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how quickly these negotiations get done, how painless or painful they are, how willing they really are to get this over the line by hook or by crook, or are they willing to walk away from this deal if the money isn't right? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it all plays out. But Spurs are at the negotiation table. Club-to-club talks, Tottenham and Newcastle for Sandro Tonali. So let's see how it all progresses, people. But we are watching the game, by the way.
Yeah, nothing's happened, guys. Nothing's happened, trust me. We'll let you know. But here's Isaac, maybe something could happen now. It's a good save from Verbruggen.
How nice of them to wait for the end of the transfer news to have a shot.
Another good save from Verbruggen. Is the mainstream media finally catching up with all the ITKs? Because all the ITKs seem very confident.
Yeah. I was speaking to him last night, Spurs China, and he was like, adamant, he's coming. Adamant. Here we go, Alanga in. Shot. Oh,
another save from Verbruggen. Let Ben's son loose in the studio again. That was at least entertaining. This half was boring.
He did want to come in though, didn't he?
He did. He was asking over and over, let me in. Let me come to work. You missed Bergval's yellow. Bergval got booked.
Oh, did he? Classic Bergval. So yeah, 5 minutes to go. We will be covering the next game as well, which is Germany against Ivory Coast. I think that's going to be a bit of a cracker, that game as well.
Yeah, that should be a pretty open game. I think Ivory Coast will fancy their chances.
Yeah, they should do. Diamando was on fire. God, can you imagine him and Fernandez if we get them both? Just dreaming. Dreaming.
They said they wanted some a significant midfielder this summer.
Did you clip that, Sammy?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, this game, 5 minutes from conclusion. Van Hecker with a good header. Could this be a special season for us? Could this be? Time to start watching some Tonali comps, I think.
That's your evening sorted.
Anyone got any good comps?
Shall we forget the game and just watch Tonali comps? Watch along.
Well, is this said why? When's he getting the comp out? Is he retired from the comp game or is he still going?
Don't know. I haven't seen a SZY comp in ages. By the way, we didn't talk about as well Savinho's Instagram post yesterday.
Yeah.
With a white heart.
Cryptic. Very cryptic. White heart, and I believe people pointed out he was wearing a white shirt, wasn't he?
White shirt, yeah.
What does that mean? Spurs, Jono says Spurs have already agreed contract talks with Tonali, offering 275 grand a week if the club
275.
if the club above 275 if the club achieves Champions League.
I see. So they'll offer him 250, and then if we get Champions League, it will raise to 275.
He says above 275.
Above 275. Wow.
Frank has been advocating for permanent hydration breaks. Oh, God. Get this guy out of football, I swear. It's going to ruin the sport.
Here we go, Somerville.
Oh, Somerville. Oh, brilliant. 5-1. Another great goal.
This guy is class, Somerville. 2 unbelievable goals in the World Cup from Somerville so far. This guy is on such a hot streak, isn't he?
He is. He's playing very, very well. Look, he's a good player, man. He's a good player.
He's been dynamite since he's come on. Everything he's done has been brilliant.
What a goal. He is running hot on confidence at the moment after a really good season at West Ham.
Hey. Sign up, Somerville.
Get him and Savinho, why not? Well, yeah, he's on. Was Gakpo offside? I didn't notice there. Just saw one. He just saw the gap and placed into the corner. 5-1 for the Netherlands. They've shown the Netherlands, by the way. They've shown 2 sides of their game today. When they've been controlling the game, they've looked creative, and then on the break, they've been some really sharp breakaway football as well.
Did Ben say he didn't want Somerville a month ago? Most likely.
A month ago, a week ago, mate.
Yesterday.
What has Romano just tweeted again? No.
Five 5-1. So they've won 5-1 and lost 5-1, Sweden.
No, just but he's pinned this tweet now,
Yeah.
not just retweeted it. Or Romano thinks it's happening.
Can Ornstein just stop dragging Man City's name into this? Someone take that 8 shirt off Conor Gallagher now.
Good block again from Van Hecker on Gyökeres.
How long do you reckon these negotiations will take? How long were the Van Hecker ones? It was like a couple of weeks.
Who knows? As I've said, we don't know what to expect with this new you guys. What do you call it? These new guys negotiating. It's hard to say. I can make a prediction, but it'll be based on Levy. It won't be based on anything else.
Based on Van Hecker?
Well, they were pretty quick. Maybe a week.
Couple of weeks.
When did we get the first tweet? I think we got an Ornstein bomber, didn't we, saying we were interested? When was that?
So, Ornstein first tweeted about Van Hecker on the 4th of June. That was submit bid. Yeah, 4th of June.
I think... Didn't he say Tottenham are looking at Van Hecker or something? I'm pretty sure he said that. Maybe I'm wrong. That wasn't the first tweet, we made a bid. Maybe it was.
Yeah, I think it was. So we made a bid. So Ornstein, we made a bid on the 4th of June. And then Ornstein reached agreement on the 16th of June.
So yeah, 12 days. Obviously, that's just, maybe something like that.
Let's go take Fernandez Somerville of West Ham. Tonali off Newcastle. We're literally only going for Premier League players, aren't we?
Yeah.
We don't shop outside of England.
Don't need no foreign produce. Here's Isaac. Maybe a late consolation for Sweden here. Nope. Here's Bergvall. Going for Ryan Gyökeres, looking for Bergvall. Van de Ven cuts out this time. Van de Ven up against Bergvall at the moment. And Bergvall with a little flick into Gyökeres to keep possession. Ball in and up in the air by Van Dijk. It's going to be a corner.
Wow. Former Newcastle owners Amanda Staveley and Meredad Godusi are looking to buy West Ham.
So they're giving up with Spurs, huh? Header. Good save from Verbruggen again. How many saves he made today? Full time. 5-1 it has finished at the World Cup. Netherlands running riot against Sweden today. Brilliant performance from them. Sweden back down to earth after a really good 5-1 win against Tunisia. They've gone and lost the second game 5-1, bringing their goal difference back down to 0, but they've been taught a bit of a lesson today by the Netherlands. There were points in the game. They were in it and looking like they could do something serious, but unfortunately, they are completely outdone. I think a few changes at half-time, and the Netherlands just took the game away from them.
It was all about Somerville, wasn't it? Somerville, electric with the assist, or the pre-assist, and the goal. Just took the game away from Sweden. But look, forget the game. The main news is Spurs are at the table with Sandro Tonali, with Newcastle for Sandro Tonali. So let's see how that happens, or what happens from that. But yeah, we'll be back again in about an hour's time for the next game. So come and join us again very, very soon. And obviously, if any news breaks, we'll be right here to bring you that. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.